Hey everybody, what is up? My name is Jay, and I'm back again with another live reaction to One Piece, chapter 1066. The chapter's title is The Will of Ohara. So, for those of you that don't know, Ohara would be the home island of Robin, the land of the historians. I am super excited to see what happens this week, so let's jump right in. Germa 66 on the cover, okay. Something flying in the skies over Germa. Oh, is that the four children and then Caesar returning? So they're returning home, returning to Germa with company. All right. So Germa has assembled and is on the move, and as we now know, they made it back home. All the children with Caesar Clown. So back to Egghead. Boom. A shock to the whole crew. What are you saying? A futuristic city like this existed in the distant past? This is just conjecture. So, could have. Let's see. I once knew a passionate archaeologist who was willing to risk his life to shed light on a certain ancient kingdom. Not only that, but a certain site. Machinery was excavated that dated back to the same era as the kingdom. Are you saying that machinery was created during the Void Century? You tell me. The robots on the moon now are just starting to... the gears are starting to turn. This is crazy. You know something about this, Robin? No doubt it's a painful memory, but 22 years ago, your home of Ohara was eradicated by a buster call. I think that happened because Ohara uncovered the details of that kingdom's existence. Something we've known for a while. I believe the history of the Void Century is the history of a conflict, one between an alliance of 20 nations and this forgotten advanced kingdom. The victorious 20 went on to form the world government and shape history as we know it, and to ensure that the ideas of the ancient kingdom wouldn't live on, they erased every trace of it from history. So the Will of D basically is now confirmed to be this ancient kingdom of advancement. They were advanced. That's crazy. What? That's crazy. I just said that. What? Is this for real? Whoa. What an epic and romantic tale. Okay, Frankie. Hang on, Vegapunk. You mean everyone who knows about this gets eliminated? Indeed. Then why did you tell us? I can't unhear it. Okay. Vegapunk. And you know what's so crazy? Vegapunk 01 kind of looks like Daft Punk. Like one of the two members of Daft Punk. I mean, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. That is, like, I just noticed that. That's crazy. Come on, brain, forget I didn't hear anything was freaking. Like I said, it's just conjecture. So tell me, Nico Robin, if I am right and that discovery is why Ohara was wiped out, then wouldn't the government's actions be tantamount to confirmation? Why are you asking about this? The scholars did devise a theory after all their extensive research, but wouldn't someone as high up in the government as you already know about it already? I'm afraid the government affiliation makes no difference. I'm kept in the dark like everybody else. Even bringing this topic up to them would result in my immediate erasure. Then stop telling us. This is just torture. Let us out of here. If that's true, how could you know they are researching that kingdom? All the books and materials on Ohara, they were the Will O'Hara lives on. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? That day shocked the world. In a single night, O'Hara, the island renowned for its love of knowledge, was wiped out, save for one little girl. The scholars were labeled devils, dissidents who plotted to overthrow the world government. A few months after the incident, I paid a visit of my own to the scorched earth of O'Hara. I was acquainted with Professor Clover, the foremost authority on archaeology. I figured I should at least leave some flowers for him. You knew Professor Clover? Wow, that's crazy. Wow, look at that. Look at young Clover. Yo! Young Clover! His obsession with the Void Century fueled his adventurous lifestyle, searching for relevant texts the world over. The Clove! Look at him go, dude! That is so funny. The Marines incarcerated him on at least 10 occasions by the time he settled down. He was the world's most famous archaeologist. That's crazy. Clover used to be a G, man! Traveling the seas, bro. That's fucking wild. All right. Over time, countless scholars were drawn to him, and they all flocked to O'Hara. It truly became the holy land of archaeology. Unfortunately, the aftermath of those talented minds coming together would prove tragic. When I stepped foot on O'Hara, even the Tree of Knowledge had been burned down to cinders. I was speechless when I saw it. Okay, hold up. Okay. First things first, I was looking and I'm like, what am I looking at? But then, that's Vegapunk, right? Because I think he's holding the flowers. And he said he'd be bringing flowers. What is that? What am I looking at? What is this form? It looks like something out of Horton Smells a Who or something. Like, what am I seeing? Is that what he looks like when he's all together? All right. Something weird going on with Vegapunk. The mystery of Vegapunk continues to get deeper. Let's continue. But the lake at the center of the island had been filled with an unbelievable number of books. I was speechless when I saw it. Okay. When I stepped foot on O'Hara, even the Tree of Knowledge had been burned to cinders. I was speechless when I saw it, but at the center of the island, at the lake at the center of the island had been filled with an unbelievable number of books. What in the world? I could only assume it was the work of scholars. They must have dedicated their final moments to ensuring that the future had access to the treasure trove of knowledge. Are you saying that in the dying moments of the bombardment, when O'Hara and the people on that island were being bombarded from every angle, death and fire and hell coming down on them from every angle, they had the mind to grab as many books as they could and throw them into the lake to try and stop them from destroying knowledge. The scholars of O'Hara prioritized the knowledge in the books more than their own lives. more than their own lives. That's crazy. Thinking of the future. Wow. Thinking of the people in the future that could use that knowledge. The future minds that could grow and use that knowledge. That's crazy. That's crazy. If any Marines did discover the books, they were apparently too ignorant to understand their value and left them be. O'Hara had triumphed over them. When I realized that, I couldn't stop myself from crying. Wow. O'Hara did what, that is, so they didn't die in vain. A piece of O'Hara's will lives on. That's how. Through the books. And they saved the book. They gave their lives to save the books. That's crazy. Please take care of Robin. Make sure she escapes the island. That's a duty to see, to hear. Wow, thinking of her mother, that was a crazy scene. Save the books! Get the reference materials out of the library, yo! History is our greatest treasure. It must be preserved. We can't just give up on your future. Honor. And the data, Wow. You helmet-wearing bastard, don't you dare make Robin cry. Shut up, Frankie. That's a Vegapunk. You better release these shoes. It's as you said. They came to the same conclusions about the kingdom before the incident. I see. So it's all true. Where are the books from the lake now? I really wanted to take them back to Punk Hazard, but I knew if the top brass ever caught wind, it would all be over. So instead, they were taken by the people I saw that day. O'Hara, West Blue, 22 years ago, a few months after the Buster Call incident. Someone else is visiting the debris. Giants? He gave the book to giants. This is our link to Elbaf. Gotta go to Elbaf. This is crazy. Giants. All right, let's pull them up. Who are they? What should I do? Do they have any idea how important those books are? So giants came to O'Hara? Yo, look at that face. Is that Vegapunk? It's been a while, Vegapunk. As usual, that head of yours makes you stand out. That's his head because he's so smart. Is that you? Dragon! Yeah! 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 Dragon! Yo, that's alright. Okay. So first of all, to go back, this weird tall form is because Vegapunk has such a huge head and his brain is huge. Vegapunk's so smart. And then, so that's why he had to divide himself up? Okay. Anyway, and then here, just standing there, Dragon, boom. What are you doing here? That's my line. Your head definitely looks like it's gotten a good bit bigger. Monkey D. Dragon, head of the Freedom Fighters, 33 years old. Dr. Vegapunk, head of Punk Hazard Laboratory, 43 years old. I knew Old Man Clover. I know he was once a bit of a hooligan roaming the seas, but all that nonsense about him trying to destroy the world is blatant propaganda. Damn, and Dragon's got flowers too. Wow, that's crazy. He had respect for Clover. Dragon had respect for Clover, man. R.I.P. to Clover. Damn. Are you worried about the giants? They're not scavengers. I had a word with them just now. It seems they're from Elbaf, and they're fully aware of the value of those books. Their captain was a strange giant, wrapped from head to toe in bandages. He said O'Hara sacrificed himself for those treasures, and he couldn't let them. Are you saying Saul survived? Are you saying Saul survived? Daddy, she? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I couldn't let that erase from history. After seeing a government lackey like you lurking about, I'm glad they're here to scoop them up and keep them safe. Hey, I'd never. You passed on joining the freedom fighters a while ago, but it still made me sick to hear about you becoming one of their lapdogs. Don't be stupid. Your ragtag operation was always too poor. What good are my skills and intellect if I can't actually build anything? I know, you're as blunt as ever. The world government is an insanely huge organization. There are plenty of decent people on the inside. That can be reasoned with, especially in the Navy. Don't lose sight of the end goal, Dragon. I get it, but I can't just sit back after this. It's too damn much. Those harmless scholars were brutally snuffed out just for questioning the authority. It's a farce. I'm going to raise an army that can fight them head on. I thought you hated war. Just watch Vegapunk. I'll change the world. The will of O'Hara won't die with Clover. And within a year, he, Emporio Ivankov, and Bartholomew Kuma founded the Revolutionary Army, which continues to shake the world to this day. Wow, Luffy's dad sounds intense, to say the least. Did you say Elbaf? Of course. Usopp and Elbaf! It's happening! Oh, man. Professor Clover's fate motivated Dragon. My head's gonna blow. Why did Kuma help us? And why did you modify him so much, Vegapunk? Eva, that bastard, was one of the founding members of the Revolutionary Army. The books from O'Hara certainly couldn't be left to be found by the government, but my curiosity it's gotta be solved. That's crazy. My curiosity compelled me to make a discreet trip to Elbaf, where the books were taken, and they allowed me to reach each and every one of them. Read, each and every one of them. In other words, I took everything O'Hara uncovered about the world's secrets and memorized it. It's all in my head. And I've continued their research. The giant captain, he's called Saul, isn't he? Yes, she knows. He's in hiding now, so I can't confirm anything. Saul lives on. Oh, look at Robin. Daddy, yeah! He's alive. He's alive. Thank you, Dr. Vegapunk, for not letting O'Hara's sacrifice be in vain. I try to help progress every field of thought possible. It's in my nature as a scholar. And then he released the shoes. Wow, the shoes are moving on their own. I can't release you just yet. Oh, he's making them walk? Or follow me. There's something I want to show you. And then junkyard, eggheads, fabrication, stratum, chopper. There's no way to get in it. Oh, it must be the type that moves on its own. Move over there. Okay. Doesn't need special commands. We just gotta say its name. Move. Robo King. You guys are such kids. Ain't no way it's moving. What? What happened? Something happened to the robot. I don't know. It just like made a big pulse or something. That's weird. Save me. Quasar. No good. Another debacle. Someone please save me, Quasar. Perhaps space-time bent mid-warp? What the? There's a guy like Kinemon here. I'm sinking. Sorry, I've got you. It's him. Much obliged. You're Dragon's boy, right? I knew you'd come. Good job on making it. Oh my, Bonnie, dear me, you sure have gotten big. What, old man? Are you floating? It's splendid to see you so full of vigor, Dr. Vegapunk. You can float too, you know. Those dumb shoes you're wearing have nifty hover function. See here, press the button on the side and grab the lever. Give it a big old push like this. Gadzooks, we've flown too far. And look, his head is so much shorter, and he's got like this apple. Dr. Vegapunk, the man with the biggest brain in the world, leader of the Navy's SSG Special Science Group. Save us, Quasar. The humble genius appears. So he took all that brain and split it up, and now he's just a silly... Yo, this is Vegapunk. This is... Okay, so... Wow. This chapter was crazy. From beginning to end. It was wild. So much knowledge being dropped, of course. Vegapunk splitting himself. Maybe this is the cause of a devil fruit. I still want to learn more about devil fruits. There is so much. And then Elbaf. Saul survives. Wow. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm going to have to really digest this one. Thank you if you made it through this video. I really appreciate anybody that watched. I hope everyone's doing well, and can't wait for the next one.